was, kind of frantic and stuff like that. I was kind of scared and terrified, but I took all of Saturday to, gather myself, center myself, and really just think about what this stuff means to me in this time. And so kind of something I want to share with you guys, just some thoughts that came to my head, just like some words of unity. I call it's words of unity from a scientist, because I feel like we're all scientists here. And I just want to and I feel like just in general, as scientists, we're striving for these great things in the universe. We're trying to discover all these great things that what does the universe mean? Like what is what's happening in the galaxy? What's happening all over we're striving for very, very big, massive goals, especially as humans. And I think that the words that we use a lot is kind of very separating. And some of those words I want to talk about is using a word between me calling myself black or other people calling themselves white, for example. And I kind of want to explain what that not explain, but we all remind us what does those words mean? You feel what I'm saying? In kindergarten we learn white is without color, and it's literally no color at all. In black, if you have crayons and stuff like that, it's literally all the colors mixed together. You know what I'm saying? Like this room. It's just to me, we're all of us together. We're all mixing together. This is a very colorful thing. If we all would agree that we're humans, right? Human, right? Meaning color, man being people. We are all people of color. You know what I'm saying? We range from all colors in the electromagnetic spectrum, from infrared to ultraviolet. Or infrared in terms of pigmentation can be looking like pink, or ultraviolet can be something dark, very, very black, or very, very dark skin where it kind of looks kind of purple. So we range from all these different colors on the electromagnetic spectrum, which we study profusely, especially if you're in an optical wavelength. And if you guys don't believe that all of us are humans here, I can also explain how to identify extraterrestrial, if you guys want to talk about that as well. I'm being serious. And another thing that science also talks to us about is about being, we talk about black body radiation, we all are black body emitters in this room. And I just feel like these, if we just really apply our science, the things that we study on a day-to-day basis, to our actual lives, we can actually understand and understand we are okay, for another example, atoms. We're all literally made of atoms. We're all literally particles. I have emitting photons right now that you're seeing off of me. I'm emitting frequencies. We're all literally these beings, electromagnetic beings, right? That ranges on different frequencies that are vibrating. Whether we're vibrating at coffee time, maybe we may not all be vibrating on the same frequency, but we're all doing these things. And I'm just saying, if we apply these things, I feel like we can really come together and unify through those means. We really have equations, superposition equations. We have equations of how particles can come together and stuff like that. So I feel in this new age, right? I was talking to Joe about the new decadal survey coming up. In this new age, we can really start applying all these concepts about black holes, right? Jenny Green studied that a lot. Black holes. I'm coming up with an interview series called Black Hole, and the hole is WHLE instead of HOLE. And as I said before, black is all of us coming together as a people. Not one person could be I can't be a black person by myself. My skin is not even black. I'm brown, reddish. I'm not even black. And so the whole point of the thing, black hole, is all of us coming together as a whole of a people. You know what I'm saying? And when we do that, nothing can escape. Not even light, or not even white supremacy can even escape. You know what I'm saying? That's all together. So if we're really standing by this thing, we really study science, we really believe this stuff that we're studying, let's apply this to our life. Like I said, we have equations. I can go to any mathematics and really show that how this mathematics can apply on a mass scale. We could take quantum on a very small scale and apply that to astronomy. But what about which is a big scale? But what about that scale on the human level? You know what I'm saying? We may have to go over to the sociology department and stuff like that. I would say they're great scientists as well, because they're actually applying these things between social people, how other people are interacting and things like that. Those for example, right now we can, after I'm done talking, every other people will talk, but that would be, I gave off some photons, you guys then reached it, and then hopefully rise on another level, and we can pass that amongst all of us and stuff like that, and keep that going. And so I don't know, I just really I really consider myself a scientist. I really consider myself a deep scientist, and I think me studying science helped me like want to be closer with each one of you guys, and be closer with the people as a whole, and really show me that like we can do this. Because we're like people are getting Nobel, like this is Princeton University, you know what I'm saying? This is one of the highest science communities in the country, if not in the world. And so like, you know, with using all of our brains and intelligence, we can be able to speak and say these things to everybody and really show how we can do this together. So I think I'll stop on that note, and I appreciate you guys for letting me share that.